Honestly, this week I'm starting to question how much of a professional designer I really am. I created the shadow brand for my company, Bring Your Own Laptop, and I wanted to take you through all of the AI tools that I used and where I started to feel a little bit squishy around my professional designer status, and I want your opinion. So we have a very cool, very appropriate brand for Bring Your Own Laptop, but I do love the streetscape, car culture positioning, and this is where a shadow brand can be super useful. It's kind of like a sub-brand, not the main brand, but can be used for things like stickers and hats and shirts. A shadow brand is great for this type of thing. This is my mood board in Illustrator. Is a mood board stealing? Is spending an hour going through my Lost Logos book, looking for cool logos? Is that stealing? No, it's not. It is idea generation, inspiration, appropriation. That seems totally fine. So this is where it gets icky. Let's see if we can just take my logo and smush it into, say, this Von Dutch one. Cool streetwear kind of pinstriping thing. Let's see what Photoshop will do. So you need to make a selection, use the generative fill. I've typed in here the 4-color illustration from the eyeball style from Von Dutch. Let's hit generate. Oh wow, this is very cool. Was I part of this? I do not think so, but I'm still excited. Let's change the text. Oh man, completely different, same prompt, but man, it's cool. But we're using a really popular brand and aesthetic, right? But you could easily see how you could pick less obvious brands, artists, and start kind of using them as prompts and not have the same kind of like direct connection. How stealing is this? Feels very stealing. So I messed around with the prompts for a little while and ended up with some other options. You can see here, I'll put some graphics on the left just so you can see how closely of a comparison it is. I went through some other countercultural icons. This is Shepherd Ferry. Okay, this one didn't come out as good, but you can see compared to these, they are very close and have been directly taken from his style. Some other brands like Santa Cruz. Okay, check out these. You can see here the screaming hand, that's super iconic for them. And you can see my prompt here. I just said make a 1-color illustration of the screaming hand style from Santa Cruz. And there we go, direct copies. And the last one I looked at was Supreme. Okay, and again, very similar. You can see over here their iconic work. It's bananas how closely it can get the style, huh? Speaking of bananas, if you're interested in how I'm doing it, you got to have the layer you want selected, draw a selection around it, generative fill, and then type in your prompt. Over here, okay, you can pick from different models. The banana one is best. Okay, Nano Banana at the moment is giving me way better results. There you go, my shiny helium party balloon effect. I think how hard this would have been for me a year ago, definitely 2 years ago, to even start to make something like this would have been hours of work. All right, so prompting our way to design is both feels icky, but also is not getting me to where I want to go. I do like some of the inspiration, like the skulls and eyeballs and those types of things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch to pen and pencil, draw some of my ideas, and then smush it with AI. And then we can decide, you let me know in the comments, is this like more design or much of the same? Let's get going. Drawing time. All right, so this is kind of where I ended up. I kind of started with some just basic kind of sketches of the logo and then kind of made my way down here. This is the one I like the most. You can tell because I drew around it with the pencil the most. But yeah, I am going to take some photos on my phone and then get this into the software and then do some AI stuff. What do you think of AI? Are you worried about AI taking your job? Maybe? All right, so I've imported it into Photoshop and I'm gonna go through the same motions and see if I can turn this drawing using the style that we used earlier. Ooh, there's a hair on it. I should remove it, but I don't know. It'll add to the story. My DNA actually part of the logo. Still, ooh. Yuck. All right, so image, my hand drawing plus style prompt gets us, like, I'm I'm impressed with myself, even though I wasn't really part of this. How do you feel? So again, I went with the same things, Shepherd Fairy and Supreme Von Dutch. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. A couple of things I want to just highlight, what I ended up doing to kind of force it to do a little bit more of what I want. Let's have a look at this one here. So this one here, I didn't have the word A in it, make this 4-color illustration, and every second one failed. I don't know why. I just kind of explained myself better and it worked better. The other thing is that, can you see this chunk here? I said keep the skull simplified to match the shape of the screen. The earlier ones that weren't, where is it, the Von Dutch ones, can you see these here? And these were replacing the skulls, and when I said force it to kind of match it a bit more, it matched my drawing a lot more, which is what I want, right? It kind of like forced it into the shapes here. So there is a little bit of like messing around, otherwise I just got this like full skull replacement. So what do you think? Did I do designer things? I kind of feel like I maybe just made a mood board. Let me know what you think. The next thing I want to show you is a nice hack for using AI. Adobe software does it okay, well, does it pretty great, but I'm going to show you a little hack to kind of get more from some of the style inspiration. Let me show you. So this time I'm going to use ChatGPT because the Adobe software at the moment, either Illustrator or Photoshop, won't let you combine images. So what I want to do is I want this drawing redrawn in this style of lettering, or just the colors and the weights. So I want to combine those two. Give it a prompt and see how we go. Okay, so I think it's done it backwards. It's trying to, I don't know, something's wrong. Let me do it again. All right, better. Can you recreate my drawing the style of the second image? I'm gonna grab a bunch of images from my mood board and start chugging away in ChatGPT. All right, so that's the prompt that I used, and I ended up just pulling stuff from my mood board and asking it to copy this style. And first of all, I'm excited. I'm excited because it's probably way better than I would have got to on my own. I would have spent a day trying to recreate this. Did I just get to the final point faster? Is that what happened? Or did I just steal somebody's ideas? That one, direct stealing. This one here, are we stealing? All I really know now is that it is less awkward than this first lot we did, where we just prompted our way to designing, just pulling a style and creating it from it. Okay, it's kind of like a direct remake. I don't know what I'm feeling. It is confusing because so often I've sat down and said, I like this illustration style, I'm going to redraw mine in a similar style. The fact that I didn't do the drawing, am I an efficient designer now, or am I don't know what I am. Well, I know it is a very tricky time to be a designer. Oh, they're so cool though. I'm really excited for what we made, or at least ChatGPT made. All right, I've gone and broken it. I added text. I felt like before we were kind of, but now when you actually use the text to create the text in it, so close, and I feel worse about it. But it is very cool though. Look at that. Oh, some of them are bad, so not close, but some of them are pretty amazing. I love the Ninja Turtle version. Okay, we've kind of come back around again to full copying, or did we? All right, so I've added some drips, because drips are awesome. I have used the live trace feature in Illustrator and added a circle. All right, so I'm gonna make some copies and use some more AI to pick colors. Adobe Illustrator has something called generative AI, where you can use prompts to kind of get colors based on your typing. It's great for me because I get stuck in my colorways, and this kind of helps me break out of that. If some of these features are kind of new to you in either Photoshop or Illustrator, I do have a course, okay, both the Photoshop Essentials and an Advanced, as well as Illustrator as well. There will be a link for those in the description. All right, let me show you the last bit of AI skullduggery. This blew my mind. It's gonna blow your mind. Check this out. All right, so from Illustrator, I'm just gonna copy it, paste it into Photoshop, make it pixels, select all, generative fill, type a prompt, hit generate, sit back, relax, and oh my goodness, look at that, ask for a screen print. It gave me an old screen print, but man, that is believable. Now I'm using the Nana Banana. Let's try another one. I'm gonna make this one a patch, and I've given the hat a color, mint green. Oh my goodness, that is so good. Let's do another one. All I'm doing here is making sure the other one is gone. I am making sure everything is selected, just to select all on the artboard. Hit generative fill, type in a prompt. I'm gonna put this on a skateboard. That didn't quite work. Let's try another. So I'm gonna put it as a logo on a kind of stationary presentation pack. Oh man, that is so cool. It even added my details. I've got mine in a probably too low resolution just to kind of speed things up, but wow. Let's go for a tattoo. Sometimes it just goes wrong. Something went wrong, and often all I do is reselect it and hit it again, and somehow magically it works. Oh my goodness, how good is that? And that prompt there, I asked it to make the tattoo with other designs inspired by the logo. If I didn't have such hairy forearms, I would get that tattoo. Let's try a car livery. Oh man, this is so much fun. This is my next dream car, and it's pretty realistic. That definitely looks like an RX-3. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can mix some reality in. Let's see if we can take a photo from me. Ready? Let's take that shot and stick it in Photoshop. All right, drag in the screenshot. Crazy looking face of me. The right size. Let's get the logo in the right spot. Select all, generative fill, add neon sign behind the person, slightly tilted away from the person. Awesome. We ended up with 2 logos, but that's okay. Why not? It is amazing what you can do with especially mock-ups in Photoshop. No more free transforming, trying to squish things in and then faking it. So I started here, I moved through this and ended up here. So this project here it's been quite scary figuring out how good AI can be in the design process. So where does that leave me? Putting together this video has been quite useful for me as well, because it's helped me realize that for me to be a better designer in the future and a relevant designer, I need to work on those intangible parts of the design craft. It's the taste police, it's the vibe checker, it is the client liaison, it's the storyteller. Those are the skills that are gonna make me a relevant designer in the future. If this is the new future though, where the computer's doing a lot of the making, I am gonna miss the craft of making, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna work that back into my practice, but there you go. Thoughtful. All right, that is it. I will see you later. Cheer up, Dan. Oh, computers.